What's up everybody, welcome to the channel, welcome to my first video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about one of my favorite mods that I've done to my F30. This is a kind of controversial mod, something that some people say is just engine bling, something that some people claim is really functional. I'm going to be giving you guys a review on the product because I think there are very few actually good reviews on it that really, tell you definitively whether you should buy it or not, and I'm completely unbiased. I'm not selling this product, and I'm not sponsored by the company that sells it or the company that makes it. So yeah, I thought I'd give you guys an honest review on the Wiechers Sportline racing aluminum front strut brace from Turner Motorsport. Now you can actually get the strut brace from Keys Motorsports as well, and probably a couple other places. The reason I didn't get it from Keys is actually kind of funny. I was somewhat embarrassed about how many products I've bought from Keys and how many orders I've put in the last couple of months. For some reason I was a little bit embarrassed about that because it was somewhat excessive. So I decided to get it from Turner Motorsport. It was the same price. I have nothing against Keys. They make some great products. Here's the product we're talking about today. The front strut brace. You can see it looks really nice, and the engine bay was a little bit hesitant about it being chrome, but I think it looks super nice. So it was a super easy install. All it took were 2 bolts, and these were not tightened very tight. And then I needed to get an Allen key, and there's a wrench or a socket that you can use to tighten the other side. Basically, you just need to take off these 2 bolts right here and here on both sides, put it on, tighten up the bolts a little bit, then tighten up these right here on both sides, and then further tighten these bolts, and then further tighten both of these. And yeah, it goes on really easily. It took me less than 5 minutes, or maybe about 5 minutes, but super easy install. That part of it was definitely gets the approval. Now you might be asking, did it actually make a difference? Is this actually worth it? Because that's what I was kind of wondering when I first bought it. I decided to just go for it because I'm getting super bored, quarantined, as I'm sure many of you guys are, and I wanted to do something to my car. I wanted to mod my car. As you guys may know, once you start modding a car, it becomes somewhat addictive. So I decided to get this front strut brace because I knew it would be super easy to install and it wasn't all that expensive. It isn't cheap by any means, but it's not super expensive. It's about $300 shipped from Turner Motorsport, which might seem like a lot for just a piece of metal, but it is really well made and it fits absolutely perfectly like something from the factory. So I was impressed with the fitment and the install. Very fast, very easy. Once I got out to some twisty roads and started taking some corners hard, I could really feel the difference. So what I initially noticed as a change was that the steering felt more connected to the car. When I would turn it one way and then back, you could feel that the car was moving more to your will than it had been previously before I put the front strut brace on. So the next thing I noticed was that the car was cornering more flat around corners. When I would take corners hard, it was leaning less in the front, at least. I know these are all the things that you would expect, but it is actually true, and it actually worked. The front strut brace actually did something. I'll admit I was somewhat surprised. I didn't really have high hopes, just because I had heard some people say it didn't make a huge difference, and because it's just a piece of metal that you screw between the struts. But it is actually a good product. It is actually something I would recommend. I think that for different people with different cars, it will do different things, but if you have an F30, especially a 335, they're fairly powerful, fairly fast cars, especially, I have mine stage 2. From boot mode with the supporting mods and an exhaust, so it is a fairly engaging car now, and I think that it just added to the engagement and added to the driving dynamics of the car, which I think are a little bit lackluster from the factory with this car. And I'll be making a whole series of reviews on this car and different things I would do to make this more of a dynamic and engaging driver's car. But yeah, my verdict would be, if you're looking for a cheap, fun, easy to install mod during this quarantine especially, or just any time that you're modding an F30, I think that the strut brace actually makes a good difference considering the price. It's a worthwhile mod in my opinion. It's an easy mod, easy to install, not much of a project, takes only a short amount of time, and it is actually fairly rewarding. Yeah, it doesn't have the fun factor of an intake or the exciting nature of an exhaust or a tune, but it is a good product and it is cheaper than both of those, so it is about what you would expect in terms of price to performance. I think it's a good starting mod especially, and definitely a fun one. If you're interested in F30 content, I'm going to be making this channel mostly about how to turn an F30 into a truly performance-oriented car, a true driver's car if you will. So if you're interested in that kind of content, just stay tuned, subscribe. I also will have links down in all the descriptions to different products that I would recommend for the F30, you know, all my camera gear, everything that I use for my car, for this channel, and different things that I think are fun and easy and cheap for your car, and also some more involved mods and more expensive mods. I'll be doing reviews on each and every mod that I've added to this car, as well as just some more exciting and fun videos about the exhaust sounds, because this car is quite loud, and just other F30 content. Hopefully some more BMW content if this quarantine is ever over and we get to go to car shows again. If you're interested in that stuff, subscribe. Welcome to the channel again, and yeah, peace.